Welcome back, everyone, to Raw Reviews, where I curse games just to rainbow them. That's right, we're talking about Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. And oh my, is this so great? All the visuals, all of the clay, everything is just so improved on this. And aesthetically, this is like one of the most beautiful Kirby games I've ever seen. And it's all clay, and there's some scenes that are clay, and it's just, why can't we have more of this? I want more of this. You know how we have that yarn trend going around, like with Kirby Epic Yarn, and then Yoshi Wally World, and then Yarny? Well, I want a clay-based version of this. Kirby is a train setter, and I gotta say that this is a wonderful train that I'm riding on, I can tell you that much. But, the game is also very improved upon. Canvas Curse had a lot of problems with it. There's a lot of pacing issues that I had with it. There's the fact that there's a timer that you would kind of die if you didn't reach the goal in time. On top of the fact that a lot of the little ways to go about things, just it doesn't really feel like you're in control the majority of the time. And in this game, I felt there's a lot more control, and overall the game pacing and everything was just better. And it really feels to me like they really stepped up their game on what Canvas Curse was, and they made everything brighter, which is just so much better than what Canvas Curse was. What I found very dull, personally. I wanted to like Canvas Curse, I really did, but there's just so many things about it that was just wrong, and it improves. This game improves on everything. Everything. This is legitimately straight out of the bag a better game than Canvas Curse ever was. And even the music's very spot on about everything. Like, Canvas Curse had a very dull set of sounds and whatnot, I think, personally. But this music is very cheery. It's a lot like Kirby in more ways than one, and it just really feels to me like a very upbeat paced game. And it's nice to really see, too, that this game actually has a progressive sense of difficulty curve. A lot of Kirby games, there's like a hard part or two about them, or they get slightly harder at the very end, and that's it. But with this game, there's actual progression in terms of how hard things get. You actually will start level 1 and it'll be fairly easy, and then by by the third or fourth worlds, it actually starts getting kind of hard. And it's not like the hard necessarily where kids have trouble with it, just where you learn the mechanics. And I think that's really good to have. And I do think that the controls are improved, but it still feels to me like they're hard to control. Like, a lot of times Kirby will be in a different way than I want him to be. He'll be facing either left or right, and I can't really see which way he's facing. So sometimes when I paint his little directions, he goes the wrong way. And it's very unfortunate to me too, because this game still very much is a reflex-based game. But it's not nearly as bad as Canvas Curse was, and on top of the fact that the controls are actually better. But it really feels like they shouldn't have made to where you have to break your lines with a vertical stroke. I think it would have been better if it just kind of painted over them or something like that. But for the bigger part of it, the controls are improved, and that's very important that it was improved upon, because Canvas Curse again, Rainbow Curse does better. Just the fact. Also, a nice little thing I really like is that they have vehicle levels to kind of break the pacing of what a lot of Canvas Curse and Rainbow Curse have, which is just kind of drawing a line towards the goal ending. And it's nice to see that the vehicles change the way that you have to kind of play the game. You'll have to protect little Kirby while he's going around, because they're often auto-scrolling levels. And it's nice to really see that Rainbow Curse evolves its gameplay based around the vehicles, based around how far you are in the game. And it's really nice that it has that. And I think it really has a nice pacing to it, because the vehicles help break a lot of the levels' pacings. But there are some bad things about this. A lot of the story is told through an optional collectible, and I think it really could have just been told through scenes. I think it would have been a lot better for the story of Rainbow Curse if it just didn't have it to where the story was completely optional. I know Kirby doesn't have a lot of story to it, but this particular story I think could have been a lot more heartfelt than what we actually got. And it's very unfortunate too, because we also see a lot of repeating boss battles. That's really all that we have in terms of how bad Rainbow Curse has gotten. Even the repeating boss battles, they change a little bit differently because of the scenery and whatnot, but it's just kind of eh. But for the most part, Rainbow Curse, entirely better game than Canvas Curse, and I'm very happy for it. And I think Everyone that loved Canvas Curse needs to play this game. Like, that's just a downright fact. I don't think it's going to change a lot of people's views on Canvas Curse and Rainbow Curse, their playstyle. But as someone that wanted to like Canvas Curse, I like Rainbow Curse, and I don't like Canvas Curse. And that is a nice little Kirby game for you. Yeah! Mmm. Oh.